so for today's video we are going to be doing a 5-minute high intensity workout targeting your glute area. So they're going to be 5 exercises and you do each exercise for a minute each and you have no break in between. So it's high intensity, just 5 minutes. I would recommend, however, repeating this a couple of times with a 1 to 2 minute break in between each set. So we have crab walk, glute bridges, single leg glute bridges, squats, and a wall sit. Let's get started.
Alright, so here you can see I have an elastic band. I bought mine pretty cheaply from Rebel Sport, and this size of band is called a heavy band. They come in all different strengths and sizes, but for crab walks I'd recommend a medium to heavy band. I will put the link below to the one that I have if you want to check it out, but you can also buy them really cheaply off eBay and Amazon. So I do crab walks at the start of pretty much every leg workout I do because it really activates the glute muscles. It's also just a really good exercise to slowly start getting your heart rate up as a kind of warm-up, but it's an active warm-up that also strengthens and tones your glute muscles. So now we have glute bridges with hip abduction built into that at the top. So you could just do regular glute bridges, but I like adding the abduction movement because it puts more tension on those glute muscles because you have to hold up in that top position for a bit longer. It also uses your abs because you have that stability element in having to move your legs out and back in. And again, I'm using a resistance band here. This one is different to the one I used previously. This is a fabric band. I just find these are better when I'm doing the glute bridges because sometimes the elastic ones roll down when you're doing this movement, whereas these ones do not. And I'll also put a link to those below. So now I'm doing single leg glute bridges, which again are similar, but you are only using one leg. So it adds a stability element to it that again really switches on your core. So this exercise is also great for your hamstring muscles. And if you want to add even more difficulty for your hamstrings, put your foot that's on the ground onto a raised platform such as a chair. You can do this at home as well as at the gym. It really activates those hamstrings. So now that we're up to the halfway mark, it's time to swap to your other leg. So here I'm doing the classic leg exercise, which is a squat. Pretty much everyone has heard of a squat. It is the most popular exercise for your glutes and your legs because it is a compound movement, meaning that it involves a large set of muscle groups to perform this exercise. You're using basically your whole body. As you can see, I move my arms as well. I have them down at the beginning position and then I pull up at the bottom. So yeah, it's a really great movement to use your whole body. Make sure your knees don't fall inwards when you're doing this. So you want to have your legs about hip width apart. Also try to keep your chest up while you are performing the exercise. So if you want to increase your heart rate more whilst you're doing this workout, I would suggest changing the squat to a jump squat because that will promote increased energy expenditure, aka calories burnt. So if you want to do that, you can change it to a jump squat. Alternatively, adding in a weight in the form of a kettlebell or a barbell will increase the strength element of this exercise, leading to more muscle strength and increased muscle mass. So the last exercise in this circuit is a wall sit. So with the wall sit, you want to maintain a neutral curve in the spine. You also want to, again, like the squat, make sure your knees aren't falling inwards. And then you want your thighs to be about parallel with the ground, and your lower legs and your back to be at a 90-degree angle to your thighs. As you can see here, I'm probably a bit too elevated. I should have gone a bit deeper. I didn't really realize it at the time, but looking back, you do want to have that kind of parallel with your thighs to the ground in this position. Again, if you want to make this more difficult, you can try holding a weight such as a dumbbell or a weight plate to make this even harder on your quads. So you really feel this in your quad muscles, but it also definitely works your glutes, your calves, and your abs.
So I recommend doing it 2 to 3 times, which would be 15 minutes in total. You can quickly fit it into your routine. You need minimal equipment, just one resistance band, and that's all you need. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this workout, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!